Welcome back to LiltXL Speaks. I'm just sitting here chilling, thinking about, you know, what I could say to you guys. You know, I come on here every video and I try to find like unlimited ways, unlimited ways to tell you that someone loves you and that you are fine and everything is okay, and to keep you on track. you know. And for new people, that don't know, what's going on, also so they can be informed. And that's my job, so that's what I do. Though I may not have to, I didn't put in no application for this or anything like that, but this is my job, and this is what I do. And I want to thank everybody that understands, and I thank everybody that is appreciative of the energy that is being sent from my human body to this universe to be received. You know, I understand that this whole world is just made up of energy. This whole world is just made up of energy. Particles, little atoms. We see that, we learn that in school, like when you look in a microscope and you see all those little dots and all those little whatever. And it's like, if everything is energy, that means everything that we see is what we're calling it is not really what we see, because it's all the same thing. Everything would just have one word. You know what I mean? It would be to a point where if if everyone was supposed to be if everyone was supposed to be on the same level right now, and everybody was supposed to know the same things, we wouldn't have to have this discussion. I wouldn't have to say this. I wouldn't feel the need to say this like it's not known. I wouldn't feel the need to say this. And also, like, if it wasn't supposed to be this way, what would I be doing right now? If everything was going perfectly fine, if there wasn't people out there, hurting, in pain, feeling betrayed, feeling abandoned, feeling used, feeling that they can't trust people, feeling that because of someone's past, that messes up the relationship in the future. Someone can change in one day, you know what I mean? And something could happen, you know, 6 years ago. Something can happen 6 years ago, and it's like someone can still be judging you off of what happened 6 years ago, and they could have changed the next day. So like we discussed before, is like you can't look at people at their past. You gotta look at the God manifested in them at that moment when you see them. you know because if we just discussed that everything is energy, so, and it's all energy from God, so literally everything is God. Everything is that substance, that energy. And we just call it God because that's the English word. But every single thing is God. So if I say, you know, I am God, or if I say Lil B is God, or, if anybody's God, if I say my car is God, that is true. That is not a lie. That is not anything to disrespect anyone or anything. That is just straight pure truth. Because everything is God. And there are some people that don't believe in God. Well, I will say everything is that nothing that you believe in. You know, if you don't believe that, if you don't believe in God, you know, and that's just the word that I'm using to describe to describe what I am speaking about. The only reason I say it's God because that is the only word in our English vocabulary that I can say to give you a understanding of the energy that I am trying to get across to you, that this is something big, you know, that what I am speaking about, you know. And so if when you hear me say God, I'm not talking about there's some guy in the clouds, with a big book that writes down every time you mess up and just like, ha ha ha, check, check, like you have 250 check marks once you got here. I'm going to put you on this higher level than this other guy that got 150 check marks. Even though I created both of you guys, I created your mind. I knew what you guys were going to do. I made your likes. I made the things that are tempting to you. I made everything, you know. I and I'm just sitting up here waiting for you to come so I can tell you everything you did wrong. Everything I made you do wrong on purpose, you know. And I know a lot of people would stop me right there and be like, "Well, hold on. There's free will." And it's like, seriously, man. It's like, come on. God created everything. With just that statement right there, like saying, okay, if I create something, like me, I have my daughter. I created my daughter, you know? And so me, that would be, say I am this figure, God, that I'm talking about. And I created my daughter. She is my creation. So no matter what, she will always belong to me. No matter what she does, no matter what she gets into, she will always belong to me. She is my creation. I am her creator. You know, I will always be able to overrule something in her life. Some part of her life. I will have a big part of control over. You because she is my creation. And for my creation to, I love it so much, love my creation, that I let it live. I let it. Me and her mother, we did not get an abortion because we wanted her to come into this world and learn things, and we loved her. We wanted her to learn to experience life. We wanted to mix me and her mother's features together to create a human with both of our features, that maybe it would be magnified, our good qualities, that would be able to project God's love into the earth in a better way than we can do separately. You know? And so, with that being said, like I was saying, she is my creation, and for my creation to come, grow up and understand that, okay, yeah, I know I have a creator. My dad's my creator. He loves me, and because he made me, of course, he let me live everything, and then just for them to turn to you and be like, I hate you, you know? Like, for the creator, it's just like, or just be like, I don't believe you're real, you know? When my daughter believed that, says this, doesn't believe that God is real, and I was God, or I was, I'm her creator, she doesn't believe in a creator, you know? And it's like, what the freak, how can you say that? you can't say that because that makes no sense. And you're just forcing yourself to not make sense. And when people see you do that, it's just like you are like forcing yourself to not love and to not accept love, and just you do not want that. And you are letting people know that by your actions and the way that you're doing that at that moment. So that will make people push off, from, the way they're sending love to you, or, what they're saying, or the subjects that they come up around you. That because some people don't want to be disrespectful to you. They want to respect your free will, in a 3D perspective on this earth human world that we do live in, this physical world. You have free will, in this realm, in this body, to be like right now you could go somewhere and just whatever, go to a store or get in a car, or you can do whatever you want. You can choose at any moment, you know. So I could respect your free will, so I don't it's just if you want love or not. Some people are actually really out here living every day just to give people love, that because they know that this world, that's what is needed for that change to happen. Real love is what's needed for that change to happen. And like the going back to the people that say that God is not real, I don't hate them. I don't even feel I don't even want to say that what they're saying is wrong or I'm right or anything like that. What I'm saying is I want to make sure that they understand what me and my human body am saying when I use the word God, because it may not be the same thing that they don't believe is real that's they heard from someone else. So if my definition of the word is relatable and it resonates with you, then maybe the info that you heard earlier, or, that we got about it that didn't resonate with you, could have been wrong information. So, and of course, I'm gonna get back there, and get back on here, come back and tell you guys, get a video on here about what I perceive God to be, to see God, God meets God, face to face. That would be lovely. And I just want to say I love you guys, and thank you again for all the ones that stay and ride and stay waving. And they know LiltXL is here, to help. And also he's helping himself, and that's all you can't deny that you have a creator, and not your mom and dad. Your mom and dad, yes, they created your human body, but without that thing, whatever that's in us that allows us to breathe, and to see, and our organs to work, that has to be like turned on or activated. We not by humans. It has to be activated by some other type of being or figure, and so, or force or energy or something, so that is is what seems to me like what could be God or our creator, the person that activates that soul inside of the body. It actually puts a soul inside the body, lets it live. Because there are babies that are born, but they're dead. There's no heart or moving, no organs pumping, no, like there's a body growing and everything, but it's just not pumping. And that just shows me. it's just like is there just something that's not in this baby, you know? So it's like that was actually just like a body, you know? And we are bodies, but there's something in our bodies that is on right now and activated, you know? And to know that fact, it could be overwhelming, but that is the sense of love that you have been surrounded by unknowingly. Like love is everywhere. Everywhere you look around, is love everywhere, you know. And so when you just take time and look around and see that love is the answer all the time, you know. I don't even know how to explain that love energy, but the energy of love and the energy of just trust of yourself with your relationship with God, like with your feelings. If it feels good to you, I'm not saying go listen to what anybody else is saying. I'm not saying go get it out of book, go look at all my videos for the answers. I'm saying go to yourself and ask yourself what feels best for you, you know, and the the answer will be there because we are all from that same one source. So there is only one intelligence in one mind. And it's only when we choose to separate from that one mind and go into the thinking of what we have learned on this little planet in this little time that we are on this planet, whatever that is inside of us that is activated while we are on this earth inside these bodies, that, you know, you just got to take that into consideration. And just when you um, ponder on it and just think, it's just I love the feeling, and it just feels like I'm expanding and I have more ways to show love. I start to even learn words that I never even knew before, you know, and like wasn't reading them. I don't know where they came from, you know, but it was just like I had something started happening to me around like I don't even know. It's been happening my whole life, but it really started kicking in I could say around like 2010 or whenever it was. I don't know if it was the music I was listening to, just my life experiences, you know, where I was at, or it could have been all of that combined, you know, it was all of that combined. You know, I'm not gonna say could have, but it was, you know, and it all brought me to this point so I can be able to share with somebody else that will need to hear this, you know. So if you are that person, thank you for listening to this, and I love you so much. And you are very important, and I need you to share what's been going on with you so we can help this place together, you know. But that is something that I would like, you know, in my vision. If that is not the vision of the creator of everything and that's not the will of the creator, then it will not happen. But that's what I feel in my heart, that I feel will work. I want the best for all, and that's if we all help, you know, share our stories. And because I know I feel like people don't want to be hurt, or people don't like to suffer. So with us helping and sharing, you know, it'd be less suffering, more love, less suffering, and more peace, you know. Everyone is waiting for peace. But peace will not come until peace is within the people in the realm. You know. That is LiltXL speaks, and I can't wait to see you guys again. You know, have a wonderful day, and bless you so much. Bless you for being alive. Bless your family for making you and creating you.